So you make videos about motivating people, and I know that you love to talk about that topic. Tell me, how did you pick that topic for yourself, and maybe even the original story how you got into personal development would interest me a lot.
Right, um, this will start maybe in the time 2007 when I arrived to Ireland, and how to begin that? I kind of get lost myself. I get lost, and I didn't find myself as supported as I expected to be, because people have these expectations from other people, and from the life in general. And so I didn't get that support which I was expecting, and I felt like a loser, I suppose I would describe it this way. And also the person who wouldn't be able to take control of his own life, because I thought that everyone ignores me at that time. And this is where it started, actually, So it took me good few, let's say, I suppose about 9 years until I realized that I'm not getting anywhere, actually. I started these presentations, but it wasn't getting it nowhere, and I didn't pursue it. So I actually stopped every single time I was getting somewhere, and I wasn't able to take control of my own thoughts and my thought process in my head. So I had few troubles from my own personal kind of life. And the thing is, um, well, I used also alcohol. I have to mention that I have used a lot of alcohol to actually forget about it.
Mm.
But it didn't work. It works just for one evening, let me tell you, and then it doesn't. You wake up even in worse state. And it was going for a good few years. It was going like that for a good few years. And then I've heard that song from Eminem. I have to mention this guy because I used to listen to him and any other
Mhm.
bands or rappers, hip hoppers, singers,
Yeah,
whoever.
me
I,
too.
I, I have no specific, style. But this guy released the song Phenomenal. And he talked about how to get through these things, and how to actually push yourself further. And if you if you if you can't break the wall, take a step back and put all into it, and all these words. And I'm like, and the tears coming out from my eyes, and I'm like listening to this song every single night. I listened to this song good few times, at that time. It was maybe 4 5 years ago, I think. Could be now 5 years ago. Yeah, even more. Could be five, or yeah, I think it was 5 years ago when he released that. And so I get angry at myself. Come on, man, just do something about it. Just start doing something because it's your own responsibility. He said it, and he's right. He's correct. He's right. This were my thoughts. And my mom gave me one book, which was from Robin Sharma,
Mhm.
and he talked about self development and how to get your life better. So I decided to read that book, and so I read it with this song in my head all the time. Yeah. And I I was crying many times while I was reading this book, and you know they say men don't cry, but it's not necessarily true.
Mm.
We have feelings too.
Yeah.
And then I realized that the whole time I was actually sorry for myself, not only destroying myself and putting myself under the ice, instead of actually you know not going on the ice at the first place, but just try to go around the lake. Try to find another path, not just go straight through the lake. Just putting myself on the thin layer of ice.
Mhm.
So I started diving, no diving, coming out from the ice, up on the surface, and going around the lake, trying to find other paths. And so this was my kind of journey. And this book actually taught me many things. So I started
Sorry,
working on myself. Sorry.
can I just say what was the book that you read, Robin
Yeah,
Sharma?
it was what was the exact name now? I read it twice actually, but I don't remember. It's a long name. Just give me a second. I want to say it correctly. The book is called "Who Will Cry When You Die?" From the monk who saw the Ferrari. I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah.
I think that was the name of the book, and it was basically the kind of transition that you shouldn't be sorry when you are going to die, but you should be actually happy what kind of life you had. And the
Hmm.
people around you will be sorry because they will miss you, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the kind of a point of this whole book, you know? It was interesting to go through that. And I worked on myself good few years. And this, when I realized that it's really working, you know? It's working and you can actually take control of your life, of your decisions, of your behaviors, of your thought process, and all these things. And then I realized I want to do something similar. I want to help other people. You know, I want to kind of share my journey. I want to share my kind of thought process and how I get there. Maybe it
Hmm.
will help somebody. And and this is how I discovered what I want to do, you know, and I was pushing it really strongly until I found this job, you know, that I'm working at now. And so I didn't need to push it anymore, you know. I was kind of I took it as a hobby then, but
Hmm.
still I'm working on the book, you know, and I will release it. I mean, it's a slower process now because I'm not pushing it.
Hmm.
So this is how I got into the life coaching and kind of self development and motivation and all these things, and also branding, business branding, because I used to learn myself a lot about business and marketing and all these things. So I kind of helped a few companies, and I was working with one small shop owner who actually left the country, but we developed already the website and everything. So I went through this process already. So I'm kind of happy with all that stuff that I would be able to provide people with, you know. So
Hmm.
this is how it happened. This is how it started.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.